Hi friends, in this video we are going to see about base excision repair. So what is base excision repair? The nucleotide base which is damaged or mutated either due to sunlight exposure or oxidative stress which has been removed, and in that place the new uncorrected base will be attached. That is base excision repair. So here you can see a double stranded DNA. This is 5 prime to 3 prime and this strand 3 prime to 5 prime. So as an example I have mentioned here as guanine paired with cytosine. Is it correct or not? It is correct. Always the cytosine will be paired with guanine by 3 hydrogen bonds. So next what it is going to happen if it is due to sunlight damage by UV exposure, or it is spontaneous deamination, that is removal of amine group from the bases, or it can be due to any oxidative stress. So in this condition this will be converted to uracil, that is cytosine will be converted to uracil, but it is pairing with guanine. Is it correct? No, it is not correct, because uracil will be seen only in RNA. In DNA we have only adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine. So hence here the cytosine has been replaced or mutated to uracil. So now our uracil N glycosylase enzyme will come into action. And what is the use of uracil N glycosylase enzyme is it will be recognizing the uracil at the template. So once it has been recognized, this enzyme will remove the base from the strand, but this strand will be intact, but there is no any bases present in that site. So now this has to be corrected, or this has to be repaired. Before that, the strand which is without any base sequence is called as apurinic or apyrimidic site, also called as AP site. AP is apurinic or apyrimidinic site. If purine is removed, apurinic. If pyrimidine is removed, it is apyrimidinic site. So next, the role of DNA endonuclease. This endonuclease will cut or nix the sugar and phosphate backbone. So here you can see in that place there won't be any backbone will be present and no base will be present. So now this place has to be repaired, or a new strand has to be synthesized and initiated in that place, which can be done by DNA polymerase and DNA ligase. So the DNA polymerase will elongate this strand and DNA ligase will be attaching this strand. So finally the correct sequence of cytosine will come into the action. So the guanine will pair with cytosine by triple hydrogen bonds. Hence at first we had guanine and cytosine. Due to some UV light exposure or spontaneous deamination, it has been converted to uracil, but with help of uracil and glycosylase, this uracil has been recognized and it has been removed, and then with help of endonuclease the sugar and phosphate backbone is also removed, which is corrected by DNA polymerase and DNA ligase. This is called as the base excision repair. The common spontaneous deamination will be conversion of cytosine to uracil, and adenine converting to hypoxanthine and guanine converting to xanthine. One more transition is there, that is cytosine to thymine, that is CT transition, can also occur due to UV light exposure or spontaneous deaminations. So based on this, there is one important disease which is called as xeroderma pigmentosum. That is, the skin which is exposed to sunlight will have this kind of pigments, scales or kind of blistering appearances, which is called as xeroderma pigmentosum. So the main defect here is there is XP protein defect. So what is the role of XP protein is, this is very essential for DNA repair mechanism to proper functioning. Since this enzyme is defect, the DNA repair will not occur properly, and hence the formation of cytosine, or hence the formation of uracil will not be corrected to cytosine. It will be present. The mutated form will be present, which cannot be corrected. So this is the condition of xeroderma pigmentosum, which is a genetic disorder. It is an autosomal recessive disease. Thank you friends. In next video we will see about the other repair mechanisms.